So this is the riff over the C chord on I Can't Turn You Loose. I'm holding the C chord, but I'm playing a single riff till I make a mistake, because it helps you be able to strum a few things in it once you get very comfortable. But that's an end. That's the goal that you're trying to aim for. To play it, the first thing you need to be able to do is sing the riff. And this, you don't have to be pitched perfect, but your timing has to be perfect. So you, as long as you can go, or if you know, as you learn to, you get to a point where you can play it, but you can only play it at a slow speed. Never try and sing it too fast. Your singing leads your hands. To some degree, your voice gets into your fingers when you're really comfortable with playing it. But the process really is learning to play it. Is bringing your voice and your hands together. And the way that's done is your singing, it becomes the roadmap for developing the actions that produce the sound of the riff, the correct sounds in the correct timing coming from your guitar. And anytime the sounds in the guitar don't coincide with your singing, you know there's a mistake or an error. It's either a timing mistake that you can just iron out as you're playing, or it's a fundamental functional error that you need to stop and work out yourself. But the singing guides everything. And the actual process of getting the sounds out of your guitar and developing the actions that do that is a puzzle solving task. It's not an academic set of things that you learn and a list of things that you execute. They have to, even if they start that way, or you like to do it that way to start off with, they have to be translated into actions that are automatic, like voicing chords. The process of producing the actions can only come from two places. It can come from your previous experience, or it can come from support and guidance from a class that provide the essential information for playing. Now, your playing experience, if you have some playing experience, that if you'd have gone down the road of developing the intro of Down on the Corner to a high degree, then this would be this riff would come instantly almost, because Down on the Corner is almost the same. And Down on the Corner goes. And the riff you're playing now goes. Can you? And the thing is, again, you do a lot of this should be done with your ear. Hopefully, you can see the similarities between them. You can fractionally distort what you'd learnt on playing Down in the Corner, and you would be home free with this riff. Similarly, if you get to the grips with this, and you go back to Down in the Corner, you'll find it much easier to get together, which is kind of why I put the songs fairly close together in different courses. So if you don't have that playing experience, then you need guidance. And the guidance, you always want the minimum guidance possible. Now, the trade-off is, the more guidance you get, the less effort you have to, less pieces you need to fill in the puzzle. A little bit like catchphrase, a little bit like Roy Walker's catchphrase, in the sense of, they take away panels and you get a little bit of the picture. Until you get so many taken away, you can't see the big picture. But you've already got the picture in your singing. So what you're looking for as you develop the actions is, you're looking to see how the bits you've got fit to parts of the riff. That's where as you get the actions start to come together from spelling into more flow, this is the thing that you should be looking for. If you don't, you can be stuck in one area for a long time. Now, so it's the amount of information that you need. You always overestimate what you need. In an ideal world, I should just be able to lift this piece of highly developed graphic that would take me hours to produce with a marker pen and an envelope. I can present the same information in different formats, but I just decided to give you a tab, which is the note order, but not the timing of the riff that you're trying to play. You can extract a lot of information from this if you experience, but just using this note order and your singing, if you take long enough, any one of you could get this riff going like the record, or at least a slow version of it. So what I'm going to do is you should pause this video. I'm probably going to stop it here anyway. If I talk anything from now on, it's just additional information. But what you need to do is actually take this in. What you need to do is make note of this piece of information, this guide, to guide your fingers around the fingerboard to get the notes that you need in the right order. Those are not the actions that you're going to be able to you need to develop. That's the starting point, knowing the note order. But then you use your own kind of like you kind of use your own intuition, or I'm trying to think of the best word, creativity, or for want of, I don't know, artfulness, to turn them into actions, to turn that note order and your singing into actions. There are many steps that I can give you, and I often do that in the class. Rewind that and just hold it up while you're trying to do it, if you decide to go down that way. But what happens with the class is I often swamp you with information, because there's so many different approaches to adding more information to that note order, to this note order. I'll show you again. And they can be conflicting, because there's a certain amount of information, but there are multiple approaches to processing the same information to get from the note order to the actions you're looking for. And if you're capable of doing it yourself, so give the video a pause, or pause it before this, and see if you can do it, and I'll meet you on the next video.